Yes, so where is spring? Not here yet, but the winds of change are coming. So greetings from a very snowy Pennsylvania. Once again, we've had just storm after storm after storm of snow. But today is February 21st, Sunday afternoon. Finally getting out to do a little bit of hiking. But in this video, I'm going to share some new gear I got, some which I'm wearing, particularly on my feet. I got some other stuff that I'll talk about. On this hike, I think I might share with you some of that gear and what some of my plans are for 2021. Some of my goals and things I want to do. But oh yeah, I'm just north of Charlottesville, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna hike at least part of the Sand Springs Trail, and I'll try to put the GPS coordinates down below. I know sometimes I forget to put them down, and if I do, just send me a comment and I'll add them. It's something new I've been trying to do in my videos, down in the description, to put the GPS coordinates, so that people can see where I am. But sometimes I forget to put them there. All right, so we're gonna get going. Like I said, I'm gonna share some gear and just maybe chat with you a little bit as we go for a nice little winter hike here in the woodlands of Pennsylvania. Yes, over here is the Sand Spring Trail. I think we were here just not too long ago, this past summer. Hiked up here and then came back on what was called the Tom Low Trail. Oh yeah, back here is where we found that weird abandoned camp with all the what was it, the ravioli cans, Chef Boyardee, if I could say it right, and there's like a ton of full beer cans up here too. Some cheap beer I never heard of. But I don't think we're going to be near that today. As you can see, the trail is well defined. Number of people up here. Parking lot was pretty full. You can see my shadow. So I haven't been doing a ton of hiking lately. The snow does make it difficult, not always to hike, but sometimes it's just access issues trying to get to places to hike. The snow, not every parking lot is going to be plowed. Some don't get plowed at all. Some parking areas are just like a little pull off the shoulder of the road, and those get plowed in, so it kind of makes it difficult to access areas you want to get to. Sometimes you don't really know if an area is going to be plowed or not. So that kind of makes, you just don't know sometimes. And I made that mistake in the past where, I would drive somewhere to go hiking and there's nowhere to park because nothing's plowed. So that's one issue a lot of people face. I just heard another YouTuber here in Pennsylvania talking about that. It gets a little difficult sometimes. But that's not the case today. Nice, the trail splits. That's the main trail up to the right, but let's, there's a little spot over here with the stream. And you should be able to hear it. It is a beautiful little scene with the snow and the icy cold water. Yeah, one of the new gear items I finally got some what are called crampons for my shoes. I'll try to give you a better look at them some other time. Got the spikes on them. Finally got a pair of these. Just changes everything when you're hiking in the snow. Gives you some really good grip. Should have got those a long time ago. I'm wearing them for the first time today, and there is a difference. Yeah, man, we've just been getting storm after storm. We had that big, huge storm where we got like the 17 inches. And there's just been smaller storms. This past Thursday, we got another 5 inches. Had off of school that day. And tomorrow, we're supposed to get a couple more inches. Then, things are going to start to change. On Wednesday, it's supposed to be up to like 52 degrees. So that is going to be great. I mean, I know I always say, this is beautiful, but man, I'm ready for spring. And the extended forecast looks warmish, shall we say. So I must say, those crampons are great even for like a stream crossing like that. Sometimes those rocks are kind of slippy, or slippery, I should say. With those spikes on, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, now we're headed uphill in this slightly soft and slushy snow, which normally would be a little bit, slippery to go up, but with those spikes on, you don't even notice. It's definitely a game changer when it comes to winter hiking. Should have got these a long time ago. I think I said that already, but I will repeat it for emphasis. And there's looking back the way we came. Starting to gain a little bit in elevation. There's the trail. So another piece of gear I just got recently, I did replace my day pack, but I also got a larger backpack for doing some overnight trips out on the trail. I know people have been asking me to do that, and it's something I've been wanting to do, but that does require a whole other set of gear. So I finally got the larger pack. Well, not this one, but the other one. I'll show that to you in another video. I wasn't going to haul it along with me here today. It's an Osprey. It's called a Kestrel 48. That's what I bought. And I like it. I haven't used it yet, but it's nice. I've been practicing, packing stuff in it. I also got another sleeping bag that fits in the pack. A smaller one that compresses a lot better. So still need a few other things I gotta buy for those trips. But that is one of the things I plan on doing this year, is some backpacking trips. Been kind of planning on doing that for a while. I got that hammock system this past summer. I don't think I actually shared that in the video, but maybe I should do that sometime. So yeah, that's one of the plans we have this year, is to do some backpacking, some overnight trips on the trails. Also, another item I got. I know when I'm filming in the Jeep, sometimes it's hard to hear me because the dash cam isn't picking up my voice as well. So I did get an external microphone for that. I was kind of testing it out today on the way here. I just was using it. I'm not sure what it'll sound like yet. I'll have to wait till I get home. So hopefully that'll fix that problem where you'll be able to hear me a lot better when I'm filming in the Jeep. So at least I'm hoping it works out well. The new microphone I got. Purple Panda it's called. And I'm also hoping to finish up my Appalachian Trail section hikes here in Pennsylvania. I have one 20-mile section from both the Lehigh Gap to Wind Gap to do. And then I have another large section in Michaud State Forest down in south central Pennsylvania to finish. That might be like a 30 30-40 mile section. So I plan on finishing that all this year. Also, hopefully, continuing my county high points. I know the last couple of years I haven't been doing so many of those. I'm hoping to get back on that this year. Get quite a few of those done. And also I'm going to continue trying to get to every state park in Pennsylvania. And working on those state high points too. So hopefully this year is a lot better, travel wise. I mean, currently there's still a lot of travel restrictions in place because of, what's going on in the world. So hopefully that resolves itself. So we can just travel freely, not have to worry about all that kind of stuff. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for a good year, getting to new places. So I'm also starting another goal, another list this year. I would like to get to every national park in the country. Now some of these goals are pretty big, but these goals or these lists would help me to get out to places. So we'll see. I got some maps for the Shenandoah National Park. So that's at least one we'll visit this summer, hopefully. And they have changed the rules. They used to have this weird rule about filming in national parks, especially if you're going to be earning any kind of money from it, which some parks included YouTube as that and some didn't. It was kind of vague, and some people got fined and some people didn't. Well, someone finally challenged that rule and it got struck down. So you can film in national parks now. As far as I know, I'd have to double check that, and you should too, but from what I've read or seen in recent videos, like I said, somebody got fined and the park rescinded that fine, but the person pursued the issue in court anyway, and the ruling got struck down. It's kind of an older rule that was made before YouTube existed, so that's the problem. YouTube, how do I say this? There's all these older laws before the age of the internet and YouTube kind of breaks into these new areas, and sometimes the old laws don't know how to deal with our new way of doing things, like YouTube, stuff like that. So anyway, if that makes any sense. So I should have no problem filming in national parks, as far as I know, unless that changes or if I'm wrong. Like, that was just something fairly recently that happened. Yeah, because several months ago there's a YouTube channel called Kara and Nate where they travel around, and they're wanting to film the different national parks, and they got fined $1,000 for filming in a national park, because they were doing other things too, like they were flying a drone, which is illegal in the parks. That probably helped lead to the fine. But I know there's a lot of videos made about that incident. But a couple weeks ago I came across a video where, like I said, that ruling has changed as far as I'm concerned. Might have to double check on that. And yet another stream crossing. Once again, no issues at all. I haven't seen any actual critters out here today yet, but there's evidence of them here. I mean, there's obvious trails coming down from the mountain there. Probably a deer. Another one up there. So plenty of animal signs, just not seeing any actual critters out here today. It is midday. A lot of animals are nocturnal, come out during the night. Heard a few birds. I think there's a chickadee back there earlier, but not much else. You know, they're out here though. Yeah, there's probably, who knows, there could be some deer just off the trail hunkering down in the snow, resting for the day. And you wouldn't even know they're there unless you walked, you know, out there off trail. So at this point, I think I am going to make it all the way up to the spring, Sand Springs. I wasn't sure when I started this video how far I would go, but we're actually not terribly far from there. Wasn't sure what the conditions would be like up here. But a lot of people have been up this way. I mean, if you go all the way to the top, this takes you to the Appalachian Trail. So I think that's what quite a few people did. It is a beautiful winter day though. Alright, we should soon be there. Of course, we'll take a break up there. Didn't bring a lunch along per se, but as always, there are some snacks in my backpack. We'll see what's all in there. Didn't bring any hot chocolate either. I was thinking about it, but I didn't really know how far I was going to go today. Now I'm kind of wishing I had brought it again. Alright, there should be a sign here soon for the spring. Actually, there's a trail going off this way. Where the sign fell down. See what's up here. Yeah, this is it. Or is it? Yeah, this is the spot. This is Sand Springs. Yeah, so there's usually a sign back there at that trail junction that says, you know, Sand Springs, but I went back and checked. It's not there, so it's fallen down. But there was I've been up here a number of times, so I kind of recognize the spot. And then there was that little side trail, clear side trail going off. So this is Sand Springs. And I'll show you, I've been here a couple of times, but I'll show you again. You can see the water just bubbles up through the ground and creates these like little, well, you'll see the sand kind of bubbling up. Then I gotta brush some snow off one of these logs to find a place to sit. I'll play a log up there. Have some snacks. Let me show you the spring here first. Kind of a neat little spot. I should say too, there's been some, I mentioned this in other videos, there's been some hairy man sightings here, aka Bigfoot, back in the early 1900s. Some men claim to have come to this spring and have an encounter with a large hairy creature. Not me, but some other creatures. All right, let me turn you around. You can see down in the spring there, all the sand. Let me zoom in for you. You can see it bubbling up. The water from underneath creates those cool little features down there. Like little sand volcanoes. And it's full of them in there. Everywhere you see a lighter patch of color, that's another sand volcano, we'll call them. Let's watch those up there. That's what they look like. Sand volcanoes. Alright, stop, have a little break here, up from the spring. That's where, once again, having a nice little pad. Someone sent me that as a gift, but it makes a great little, otherwise I'll be sitting on a wet, cold log, but instead I'll sit on a nice little dry pad. So we'll see what we have to eat. Oh, let's see what we got in here. I got quite a bit more than I realized. I think I'd packed this for another day. Quite a bit in here. Let's have some of this beef jerky. Oh, yeah, this was a gift recently. I think we'll have some kangaroo beef jerky, at least. All kinds. Yeah, you might recognize some of these from mail time videos. Alright, we'll at least have some kangaroo beef jerky. Of course, I got my water. No hot chocolate. But even on cold days, you gotta drink your water, stay hydrated. Alright, well, I am snacked up and watered up, but I'm getting cold again. It's one of those days where, you know, as you're hiking up the mountain, you warm up almost a little bit too much, but now I'm starting to cool down again. So we're gonna head out here in a moment, pack up and head out. It's also one of those days where, you know, it's about 35 degrees today, so not terribly cold, but still, you know, chilly enough that you wonder if you should come out and hike in the snow. But now that I'm out here, you know, underneath these hemlock trees with the snow, I can hear the spring just as it starts to go over the hillside there. I don't know if the camera can pick that up from here. Anyway, but it's just a nice little place to sit. A little chilly, but I'm glad I'm out here. So I just want to share, like I said in this video, share some new gear and some plans. And you know, other things too, like I am going to continue to do the French and Indian War series I started. So a lot of things I am currently doing, I will continue to do in 2021, at least hopefully. You know, I had a lot planned for last year, 2020, but then I wasn't planning for you know, a pandemic to hit and kind of mess things up. But that changed a lot of people's plans. So hopefully this year will be a little bit better for me and for all of you as well, and everybody. All right, I'm gonna head on out. Just head on back down the way I came. Nice little walk. All right. As always, thanks for coming along today's little adventure, and hopefully I'll see you around again.